AtGames gets KI, Arcade Coexistence, and Arcade1up Blitz giveaway scandal. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Another episode of This Week, the show where we talk about what happened this week in home arcades. What's going on, everybody? Happy 4th of July. For those of you that reside here in the United States, happy 4th of July. We kind of declared our independence from our good friends in the UK. Well, back then, we had a little bit of a history. It wasn't going so well. We decided, you know what? It's not you, it's us. We got to go. We got to go. And there was a few words back and forth, and we decided we'd stay over here and they'd stay over there. And hey, now you got America. That's an incredibly cleaned up version of what actually happened. But happy 4th of July for everybody. Special shout out to everybody who served. Special shout out to everybody who has had family members that have served, come from a long history, a long line of men and women that have served in the armed forces. And it's just a great time to step back and celebrate our independence with fireworks, blowing stuff up. It's a great way to remember basically anything. If you grew up in the South, that's basically how you celebrated anything anyway. You blew something up. Birthdays, baby showers. Before they had gender announcements or whatever, we just had baby showers. Housewarming presents, something blew up in the backyard. Bar mitzvahs, if you had Jewish friends. Really just whatever, quinceañeras. They were just we just blew stuff up, and it was a great time to be alive. It still is. So anyway, happy 4th of July to everybody. So far, my weekend was pretty good. I'm looking forward to having Tuesday off, but it's this weird thing. Like you got to go to work Monday, but you have Tuesday off. So you really can't cut loose and lose yourself. In the music, the moment you want it. Sorry, probably a copyright strike for that one right then and there. So hope everybody is having a great time. I did have family over yesterday, so it was good. Weather was kind of hit or miss, kind of off and on. We didn't get rained on, so that was good, but it was just kind of a weird, cloudy, muggy. So it wasn't the best. I really look forward to like spring and autumn, kind of where we live, in the Cincinnati area, northern Kentucky, because, man, it really gets nice when it's a little bit cool outside and breezy, but the sun is shining. So not what we had this weekend, but hey, hopefully, I don't know. I'm looking forward to a nice, calm, non-eventful week of just working on the arcade, working on a few projects, making some videos for y'all, and having a good time. If only that were the case for last week. We're going to get into all the drama that happened last week, and yes, we're going to get into it today, not a few days ago, when some of you demanded that I talk about this, because there's something that I like to try and utilize. It's called maturity, maybe a sliver of wisdom. And what I like to do is I like to hear what's going on, see what's going on, and then maybe wait for more facts to come out before I rush to judgment or just saying something. I did a lot of that when I was younger. It didn't work out so well. So we're going to take a look at everything, and I'm going to make you wait till the end of the show. That's just what I'm going to do. Sorry, is what it is. So if you're watching this on the replay, watch the whole thing, but the good stuff is probably going to happen at the end of the episode. Tonight, what's in my glass? Of course, you know what's in my glass. Jefferson's. We are still a little bit of, I think probably a third left of the bottle, and it will go bye-bye, and then it will be replaced with something else. We're going to try something different next week. Something different. We're going to have to try something. We got to break out a little bit. I actually got a hold of a good whiskey, not bourbon, a good whiskey down in Puerto Rico as sort of a celebration for a job well done. We finally got a big problem down there handled, and so I had a drink with a friend, and it was good. It was good. So it was a really, really smoky whiskey. I'm going to see if I can get it here and share it with you. If not, then maybe I'll just maybe I'll put a community post or something. Say, hey, listen, if you can find this, check it out. It's really good. But we know what Jefferson's is, and I'm going to have a sip right now. So good. So good. So that's what I'm drinking. What are you drinking? Tell me what's going on in your neck of the woods. Hopefully you've had a weekend, a good weekend. Hopefully some of you have parlayed this into like a nice 4-day weekend or 5-day weekend, whatever you had to do. So for those of you, I'm so happy for you. I'm so very happy for you. Yeah, I gotta go to work Monday. It's really weird. So that's what I'm drinking. That's what happened on my weekend. We also got to talk about the poll. There is a poll question. Every week we have a poll question here on the This Week show. This week we're talking about, we don't talk a lot about AtGames. Tonight we're going to talk about a pretty big development with AtGames. And we know that on the horizon, they've got some 4K products coming out, some 4K virtual pinball. That maybe if you've been on the fence, now's the time to jump in. I don't know. When's it coming out? When are they going to have, what's the price point? We don't even know yet, but I'm really interested in that. Something else has come out this week that might be making you interested in everything they got. Maybe that 4K, ALU, perhaps. So my question to you is simply this. Does the addition of Rare games, not Rare games, but like the company Rare, including Battletoads and Killer Instinct, does the addition of those games make you more interested in AtGames? So you got three options. One is yes, day one 4K ALU buy. I also thought about saying yes, and I'm going to be a first-time buyer, but I thought that was a little too much. So this is basically saying yes, I am so excited. I'm going to buy the 4K ALU just so I can play Killer Instinct and Battletoads Arcade at the height, if they're best performing. The second option is yes, but I'm still going to wait for a sale. I mean, yeah, it makes a difference. I'm excited about that edition, and I'm going to buy, but I'll wait for a sale. And then your third option is just, it makes no difference to me. I don't really care. It's fine. I either still like or don't like AtGames, so it doesn't move the needle for me. Really want to know where everybody falls. I'm trying to gauge the excitement of those that it makes no difference. Okay, I kind of get where you're at. But of the yeses, like, how excited are you? Is it just enough to make you want to buy, or is it so mind-blowing you got to go get something day one? Let me know what you think about that in the poll. We got 86 votes so far. Let's get them up there. Let's see if we can't get above 200, maybe even 220, 225. That'd be awesome. Really get an idea of where your excitement level is with AtGames. Is this enough for you? Is this enough to even get you excited? Is excited too aggressive a word? So maybe that's where we're at. All right, so we talked about that. We talked about what I'm drinking. We talked about what I'm thinking. Let's talk about everybody. Say hi to everybody in the chat. The first one up, we got Dr. Z is the first one out of the gate, 11:42 a.m. Very good. Good job being the first one up the bat. Happy 4th, Fox. Looks like some great show topics. See you live at 8 p.m. I hope they're great. I hope they're great topics. Like to keep it different and interesting. And let me close that out. There we go. Sorry, there was something in the way over there I had to take care of. JJ's in the house saying coexisting cabinets. Absolutely. I've got Arcade1up, AtGames, Batacera, and of course PC and consoles too. Absolutely a cornucopia of coexistence going on in his arcade right there. Arc Dimmy Dragon. Good to see you again, buddy. I know it's been a while, but good to see you again. Merry July 4th. Thank you very much. But my name is not Mary. Peach Native 78. What up, Foxy and Chad? Happy 4th. Is the AtGames legend worth getting? Also, that situation with UAG is so messed up. Lost mad respect for him. This stream is going to be good. I kind of threw in the good. I don't know that you really meant it that way. I think you just meant good. But the exclamation points, I got a little crazy there. I wanted to indulge myself just a little bit. Skids is in the house saying happy 4th, brother. So are you the kind of guy that blows stuff up or watches people blow stuff up? Inquiring minds want to know. I enjoy blowing stuff up and also watching others enjoy blowing stuff up. As long as something's getting blown up, I'm good to go. I'm really, that's just the kind of guy I am. Rigged giveaway, the corner case says, question mark. We're going to get into all of it. Trust me, absolutely. 36D is in the house saying, looks like at least one of y'all ain't scared to talk about it about damn time. Well, like I said before, it's always good to exercise a little bit of discipline, use a little maturity, and maybe not be the first one to talk about something. Maybe it's better to be informed before you just spout off at the mouth. So that's something that I like to do here on this channel. But thank you so much for encouraging me to speak. It's nice that I have your permission. Gotham City Arcade says, hey, Battle, where are the new titles for Arcade1up? Man, if you find them, let me know. I'd love to know. We all know AtGames is a step up for the new 4K console, pinball machine, and now games from Rare. Is Arcade1up going out of business? Now, is that a topic for another video? Could that be next week's topic? I think they're closer than they've ever been to going out of business. That's like saying that today I'm closer than I've ever been to dying. I don't think that they're going out of business. I mean, I don't see any signs pointing to that. They've definitely slowed down on their announcements, but that could be a good thing. I don't know if you've gone to your local retailers' websites. They're pretty well stocked on Arcade1up stuff, and there's not a lot of crazy sales going on. So I don't know. But yeah, I'm with you. I'd like to see some new stuff for sure. Maybe get rid of some of that old stuff too. Those second generation legacies. Why are they there? Makes no sense. Kevin Clausen's at the house saying, happy 4th, Fox. Thank you for your service. Thank you so much. It was an honor to serve. Brandon 8797596 says, what up, my man? Happy you were able to make some progress on the arcade this weekend. Yeah, it was last weekend. This week, I filmed that stuff on the weekends. And the reason that I did the shorts this week is because I knew I couldn't edit a video for you. And I thought, well, you know what? I got to get this footage out there in some way. Let me try some of these short videos, make it a little series. And I think it went okay. Let me know what you think about that in the comments section, and comment on those videos too. And let me know, is that thumbs up, thumbs down? It's probably not the most ideal way to do it, but it was definitely a way to get it out to you in a way that kind of gave you something to chew on while I was busy working down in Puerto Rico. A Shran Fanatics in the house. Hey, Fox, it turned out I missed a big power wire for the starter. Oh, okay. Got the GTP fired up, but running bad. Oh, let's see. That's you're one step forward, two steps back, right? Probably one of a million sensors. Had a neighbor come and help me out. See you in a while, man. Best of luck to you. Keep plugging away at it. Don't let up. Don't stop. You will eventually figure it out. I promise you. It's going to happen. Or the junkyard, I guess, is an option. No, I'm just kidding. Don't give up. Carl O says, looks like AtGames is taking over the new Grinch tables, National Owners Day contest, KI 1 and 2, and new hardware pre-order. Damn. We're going to Applebee's after this. Yeah, they're doing something for sure. And they're kind of taking this model of being pretty quiet and reserved too. And then just kind of maybe talk softly and carry a big stick. Frank D's in the house. I already own the AtGames Legends Ultimate, so I voted that it makes no difference to me, and that's fine. I mean, I want to know where everybody's at, regardless of what their situation is. But I do think this is a really cool acquisition. So I guess the makes no difference should be in a positive light, and that's kind of what I don't know how I could have cut that up and made a fourth option. I struggled with the fourth option. I thought, well, let's just leave it at that. Generically, it makes no difference. That doesn't necessarily mean you hate the news or love the news. It just means that for you, whoever you are, whatever position you're in, it doesn't really make any difference. So I guess I'm kind of speaking to the people that maybe haven't bought anything yet. Right Retro OK is in the house saying, hey, Fox, new games for AAA IPs, i.e. those new AG pinball tables for KI, etc., feel like, to me, the future for the home arcade scene. What do you think? Happy 4th. Stay frosty. I've always thought it was iArcade had a great idea. They really did. They had a great idea with the whole download. Basically an arcade console. You get a console. In this case, it's a well-constructed arcade, and then you just download games to it. Because at the end of the day, who's going to be your not your better customer, but what's your chances? Getting somebody who has just a warehouse and can buy every single cabinet you produce, or somebody who can come up with about $600 or $700 and then download games every month. Doesn't that sound like every single person that has a console? I mean, that's exactly what we do now, right? PS3, PS4, PS5, Xbox, Switch. That's exactly what we do. We save up our pennies. We get the new console, and we'll do that. I mean, man, we'll do that once, and then we can just download games for the entire life cycle of the console. And that was the tried and true method that was proven. So AtGames moving in that same direction, they were there with their store, and they have some advantages over the iArcade, and now with a legit title, damn dude, I don't think it's anything but a plus when it comes to AtGames. So yeah. Definitely a good thing for sure. Dan Z's in the house saying, hello, how you doing, buddy? Steve Brown says, hello there, Storm Entertainment. Good day, Fox. In terms of KI, AtGames won't be able to do much more than Arcade1up did, though I am hopeful that this new partnership will light a fire under 1UP to get back to work. There you go. There's absolutely a positive for sure. Maybe if you think that nobody can compete with you and nobody can get these licenses, maybe you don't work quite as hard as when you have direct competition going after your IPs. If it becomes a licensing battle, now you've got to convince the licensee, the person who owns the license. You have to convince them that you can do something that the other one can't, or maybe the licensee doesn't even care. They're just going to farm out their license to whoever, which still falls on you to make a better product. Okay. Because now KI doesn't make a difference. I mean, between, we're talking about the two remaining big boys in the home arcade area space. It's AtGames and it's Arcade1up. So now KI doesn't make a difference. Like, okay, well, but you both have it. So what does it matter? So they're gonna step up their game regardless. Got a good guy, 88's in the house. And hey, Fox, had an exhausting weekend. I wanted to say hello and that I will catch you on the replay. No problem, buddy. Get some sleep. It's very important. Maybe maybe one or two less bourbons, buddy. They can get to you for sure. Paul Barra says, Fox, cheers. How you doing? Here's to you on the 4th of July holiday weekend. Thank you for your service. It was an honor to serve. Thank you, sir. Great to see you in the chat. Great to have everybody here. It's also great to get a $10 super chat from Ezekiel, the Chicago Retro Ranger, $9.99, buddy. Thank you so much for your super chat. Hey, brother, hope you are having a great weekend. Happy 4th of July to everyone. Love how your arcade is coming along. Have you come up with a name yet? Cheers, brother. Okay, I'm going to level with you, all of you. When it comes to the arcade name, you all gave me just a lot of great ideas, a lot of great suggestions. But I have been thinking about Fox Works. If you remember Wayne's World, the heavy metal bar was called Gasworks, and but they spelled it, I think, with an X. And I have a physical brand, not a brand, but like a physical brand that when I do my woodworking, I have a brand and I brand the stuff, and it's Fox Works. Kind of, this is Fox doing work. I'm thinking that I might go in that direction. Something a little bit different. I mean, Fox Den was cool, the Foxcade, all that stuff, but you know what I'm saying? It's something that I'm really leaning towards, something a little bit different. But anyway, thank you so much for the $10 super chat, brother. I really do appreciate it. And I got to give you something per our usual arrangement. Little DBZ love. Here you go.
Can't you do any better? This is the Overlord!
JJ says, happy Independence Weekend. I've already got Rare Replay on my Xbox for free. So this isn't all that exciting. But if they put it up for cheap, perhaps I'll pick it up. You are part of the equation. Everybody is. It's not like nobody's ever done KI and they're the first one to do KI. I think this is like a multifaceted sort of decision. It's like, it's not the only place you can get it. It's been done before. Xbox, of course, Arcade1up. So knowing that, does it move the needle at all? And I think that's why that question's there and all of us really got to figure it out. I mean, is this license going to be the thing that pushes you over the edge? Are you someone who's been waiting patiently for a reason to get an AtGames, but you just don't know, and you're not going to bring your own games necessarily. You don't have those ROMs, and you don't know. And could it even handle this arcade classic that's been typically tough to emulate? Well, turns out, I guess they can. So let me know what you think about that. Sorry, I skipped over. Scott Lee says, happy 4th to everyone. God bless America. Absolutely, God bless America, brother, for sure. Stay in spirits. Says, I think this is where all the fireworks are going to be tonight. Perhaps. Night Shadow says, what's up, 19K Fox kids? I hope you are enjoying your 4th of July weekend. So far, so good. A-Wall 101. What up, Sarge? As you were. Carry on. Steps Games in the house. Here, I am waiting for the Fox. You are... Yes, hopefully your wait was not too long. The Real Zim says, what's going on, guys? How you doing? Papa Brad's Gaming is hello, gamers. How you doing? Bob, how the hell are you? How are them boys doing? Hope you're keeping them busy. Hope they're not, wearing you out. Hi, all. Good to see you again. Cobra Kai. Never die. Yeah, I've been drinking. it's just, hi, my name is Cobra Kai. I'm a person who's currently drinking. Yeah, I've been drinking, playing video games today. Go me. Damn right. Absolutely. Got to raise a glass to you, brother. Good to see you again. We got Walter Harris in the house saying greetings and salutations. Fox got me thinking hard about finishing my cellar to extend the game room. Now I feel like I've done something. Hell yeah. I hope you just feel empowered to think about, taking it on. I mean, it's not that bad. If you the good thing about an unfinished basement, Walter, it's probably been unfinished for a while, which means there's no real rush to finish it. It's not like everybody's waiting to get into the party. It's like if it's already unfinished, then just pick at it. Work a little bit here, work a little bit there. I'm working on phases, right? Phase 1, 2, 3. Tackle it like that. Okay, let's frame it up, and then go from there. One foot in front of the other. Absolutely, be inspired, be encouraged. It's something that you can absolutely do. Take your time. YouTube is a great resource for all this stuff if you don't have the knowledge and then the tools. Maybe bring a friend over that's got some tools and give him a beer or something. Tammy G, Miss G is in the house. Hello, fine friends. Good to see you again. Let me scroll down. Dark Empire's in the house. Happy Independence Day weekend. Video game Vegas. Hello, all. Hello, Fox. Oh, it's that time. Absolutely. It is absolutely that time. Stock Jock is in the house. Looking forward to another night of straight talk from Mr. Fox. That's right. The talk will be straight, just like the something else that's also straight. I don't know. I lost the analogy mid-sentence. It's so weird. The mind is failing me. Soul Red is hi, all. Yes, hi, all. Nice to see you. Indeed. Great to see you. Great to see a $4.99 super chat from Toxin. Brother, thank you so much for the super chat, man. I really do appreciate it. Happy 4th weekend, Fox and Fox and Friends. Take advantage of those 4th of July sales. Absolutely. Do not let a sale go by. Don't let the sale by you. That was not, as soon as I said it, I knew it was wrong. As soon as I said it, that I knew it wasn't funny. And I should be going here, but I'm in charge. I'm running the show. I can't go here or else the show would end, but you are going here. It's a little place I like to call the pit.
Finish him. Melina wins. Flawless victory. Fatality.
Mike Hawkhurts is here saying, well, Rare Games makes me excited, but only to use existing products. My core Max setup is already on a higher tier than the upcoming product. So exactly, there you go. So the license alone is exciting, but not enough to make you buy something brand new. So you would probably fit in that second tier. Like, yeah, but I'm a sale guy, Yeah, I'm excited, but, Or maybe you could say it really doesn't make a difference to you because you already got what you need to play it. I mean, you're not going to go rush out and buy something else. Sorry. Josh, I started to say your first name, and then I got caught on saying your second name. So I'm just going to say Josh M, because I really don't want to mess that up. iArcade, stock upgrade. Can we talk about that? Oh, listen, I have no idea. I really don't know what's going on with iArcade. I don't know what's going on with their stock. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know what Mystery Encoder's got up his sleeve, but I hope it's phenomenal. I hope everybody absolutely loves it. But I'm sad because I probably won't be able to take advantage of any upgrades because my iArcade has currently just died. We got a lot of super chats in here that are being. Oh, that's Well, boys, my mods, I love every single one of you. But tonight, I want you to go ahead and let it be. Tonight, I want to let all of that stuff fly. So I appreciate you, boys. Love you. Let it rip. If these people have something to say that's off color, well, then they're going to hang themselves tonight. Zero Cool's in the house. I don't believe you. I think your cool is much higher than zero, for sure. Says, happy 4th. Let's blow something up. I mean, come on. I mean, I'm here. I got the fireworks. Let's do it. Battle says, what's up? What's up? How you doing? Matt Astra Gaming's in the house. It's not Independence Day if you don't set the woods on fire. It's like, well, that's really not what you should be doing, but it is what it is. 24 minutes in. We got to get going, guys. I want to scroll down. Mike is here. Says, happy 4th. JT Brunick says, Mom's spaghetti. I got to get caught up because that was a while back. That was a while back. Absolutely. Okay. Yeah, that's somebody else having another conversation. Let me just scroll down here and let me see what great things are in the chat. And a phenomenal thing right here is a $5, $6 super chat from Kevin Clausen, $5.99. Speaking of jumping in, here is Kevin Clausen jumping in with another super chat. Happy 4th of July. Freedom for everyone is our motto. Absolutely. Freedom for everyone, gaming for all. Thank you so much for your $5.99 super chat. I really do appreciate it. And let me go and give you a little something right here.
Let's go.
KO! Wolverine win! Rookie.
And yeah, thank you so much again for your super chat, man. I appreciate it. Let me scroll down here and see what else is going on. Okay, we got this. Nothing is finer than some $1.99 super chat from Papa John's Gaming. Listen, I love pizza just as much as everybody else does. Huge fan, Fox. Love the show. Thank you so much for your $2 super chat, buddy. I really do appreciate it. And let me go ahead and give you a little bit of something special. You know what? How about some hashtag free MK4?
Finish him! Scorpion wins. Fatality.
My brother Kongs are us is in the house. Thank you so much for swinging by, buddy. Hi, Foxy, and hi to the chat. Mr. PWS Maximus says, did it all on its own, and I'm grateful for it. The jokes never end. I don't use responding to something else. Good to see you. Yeah, Foxworks. I'm seeing some people that say Foxworks is not bad. Maybe not the best. We're gonna just table that for now. We're gonna workshop that. We're gonna workshop that name and see if it can't get a little bit better. Faux show. But you know what? Something that just can't get any better is another super chat. $4.99 from DLW Plays Games. I think it comes down to if you are just playing games or having cabinets that match the arcades. I don't think any release will sway someone. That's a fair point. That's a fair point. Maybe it's if somebody's super into the game, playing the game, or the aesthetics. There is a difference to maybe if you're that into the game, you really don't give a crap what it looks like, right? You just don't care. You don't care, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. As a perfectly legitimate point of view. Yeah, thank you so much again for your super chat, buddy. Really do appreciate it. Here you go, man. Another super chat coming in for $1.99 from Show Me Home Arcade. $1.99. Thank you so much for your super chat, buddy. Hi, new to the scene. Would love some feedback. Thanks. Thank you for being here. And any feedback, I guess if you want us to check out your channel, yeah, just check out Show Me Home Arcade. Go check out the channel and tell him what you think. Him, her, or her. I'm not going to put anybody in a box. Tell this person what you think about their channel, everybody. Give them a shout. Give them a shout because I appreciate your $1.99 super chat. Here you go. The game fridge. What up, Fox? I can't imagine a better fridge. Oh, gamer fridge. Apologize. I left out the R. It's never a good thing to do. Weapon X in the house. Please, Logan, come on. We're friends. I thought we talked about this before. Come on. Don't cut me, bro. Hey, Fox, thanks for the show. You're welcome for the show. I hope you enjoy it. Hope you enjoy it. Zod Rider in the house saying, hey, Fox, pa-pow. Good to see you, man. Finally he's here. Finally, Fox, maybe you're going to shut up and let's go ahead and get on, Fox, with the show. AtGames gets rare. Well, I mean, they get rare games. So AtGames this week has actually just a few days ago, Thursday, I believe it was, dropped some bombs and said, listen, we also, can get some licenses too. It's not just that Arcade1up company. We're here to play too. And I think they got serious. So these things usually aren't just deals that are made like that. They don't just make a phone call and say, here you go. I guess it does happen from time to time, but usually these things are in negotiations for quite some time. So the question you're going to ask yourself is, with this new development, is this just because they saw iArcade die and they're freaking out and now they have to do something about it? Oh, what are we going to do? We have to compete. Well, I don't think that that's necessarily the case. Now, what am I talking about? Well, this week on their YouTube channel, AtGames did announce their new partnership with Rare/Microsoft, or is that Microsoft/Rare? Now, what does that mean? That means we're going to get some game titles, game license. These are the games that are coming out, 19 games in total, some for the Spectrum game system, which I'm not familiar with. Of course, the NES, the SNES, Arcade Battletoads is a good one. I think that the AtGames platform is a little bit more, I don't have a problem with them having console games, where I had kind of like a huge problem with Arcade1up including them on an arcade cabinet. It really didn't make a lot of sense to me. AtGames products or a variety of products. So, you can have just a simple set-top box that plugs in, or you can have their ALU, whatever. So I think that I'm a little more forgiving when it comes to AtGames. But you got the Battletoads arcade, and then you've got the Cobra Triangle, Diggerty Rock, you've got Gun Fright, not to be confused with Gunfight, Jetpack, Killer Instinct, obviously Arcade 1 and 2. And then you got some other stuff over here. RC Pro-Am, I really, really loved the first RC Pro-Am on NES, so that's good to see. Saberwolf, I'm curious if that's in any way associated with Killer Instinct. I'm assuming maybe. I have no idea. I don't know. But there's some good stuff on there. But the big news is obviously going to be Killer Instinct. But that alone is probably not the biggest news, and probably not like the thing that's going to move the needle for really anybody, because we've seen that before. We've seen that with obviously Arcade1up, and then if you have an Xbox, you've got a hold of these games too, because, you know, if you if you bought the new games, the new version of Killer Instinct, part of those packs, you got the original arcade games that you could play on your Xbox. So it's not that earth shattering. But what is legitimately new, this is something completely different, is that they're going to develop and publish original virtual pinball tables based on the properties. You know, Sea of Thieves, not really familiar with. I think it's a pirate game. And then, of course, Killer Instinct and Battletoads. Now, that could be really fun. And if you're trying to get the most out of your ALP, well, it's always good to get new tables, you know, especially ones that maybe are completely different, something that's just virtual. There is no physical counterpart. That could be good, or that could be really bad. I know P-Dubs would really love it if they would put 59 flippers on this. They would just add, that is his favorite thing. I think that P-Dubs' idea of the perfect virtual or pinball table would be just all flippers. Nothing else but flippers. That's what he wants. That's what he told me in a private message. It was weird, but I went along with it. Okay, so the release plan, here's what you're looking at. June, which was the press release that we just got. August is going to be the pre-order. You know, this is what day, don't really know. Pre-order items to be announced at later time. So we don't even really know what we're going to be able to pre-order in August, but there you go. So this is July. So next month we'll be able to pre-order something. We don't even know what it is yet. Yes, 69 flippers. Get it right. I apologize, JT. My bad. September 24th through the 22nd through the 24th is a showcase. That's this little event called the Cleveland Gaming Classic that me and a bunch of other goofballs are going to be there partaking of this, and hopefully we'll get to check it out and see what it's all about. I really hope that we're going to have some 4K stuff there. Maybe, I mean, is it going to be just a straight up re-release of the standard cabinet, the standard design, just, you know, with an upgraded board? Possibly. That could be the smart way to go. But will we see a different hardware revision, a different change, a slightly different shape? I don't know. But it'll be interested to see the 4K variant, if it's there. We don't really know. And then obviously, well, I'm not obviously, but hopefully we can see Killer Instinct running on this bad boy. And maybe even, is it possible to see an early build of the Killer Instinct pinball table? I have no idea, but I think it's gonna be exciting, really exciting. There's a lot of reasons to be excited about going up there, and this is definitely a big thing to know that AtGames is going to be there, not just to be there, but to actually show off something new and different. Pre-order release, the pre-order consumer, the customers that actually pre-order something back in August should receive their stuff between October and November. They're again kind of vague, but then you should have some inventory available in November for purchase then. So, you know, pre-order people, looks like they could get their stuff a month before those that are going to be able just to walk into, well, maybe not walk into the store, but just buy it online. So there's kind of the release schedule there. It is exciting. For me personally, I am missing a pinball representation in my arcade. I'm going to go digital because I just can't swing that much money. I just can't. I'm just not that into real pinball to justify buying a brand new pinball table. Thousands and thousands of dollars is just something that I'm just not comfortable doing with yet, unless there was some kind of crazy table out there that I just had to have. Now, if there's some Dragon Ball Z table that comes out that is just mind-blowing, maybe. I have no idea, but it would have to be something wild, something crazy, something unique, and nothing is really kind of moving the needle for me. So I was already leaning towards their ALP 4K. I was like, okay, you know what? Don't just get an ALP on sale. Let's wait for the bad boy. Let's wait for the 4K variant. Let's wait for something really awesome. That's what I want to check out. And if you're only going to have one, have the best one. I don't know that it's necessarily the best. I think there's other variants out there, but this is the one with a big ecosystem. So I was excited about the ALP 4K. Really wasn't into the ALU. I've got the smaller, arcade stick. I don't get it out that much, but the arcade, the ALU Junior, or whatever the hell it's called, and I don't use it that much. But that would be what I would use, and I could even get a Core Max or something. But I wasn't really looking at getting the ALU until this came out. And now I'm thinking, okay, well, so what do I do now? So for me, is it enough to justify me buying this? I don't know. I really don't know. Yes, that's true. It does just start with one, which is why I'm afraid. I'm definitely afraid if I get one, what happens then? Good God. So there's that. As of right now, I don't know that it's enough to make me want to go and get an AL4K. Now, if this thing is going to run on a standard ALU, maybe I'll just get that. Maybe I'll just get that and then get the 4K pinball, because I think you're going to definitely be able to see the difference, and the higher resolution is going to make that experience way better. Yeah, you don't necessarily need 4K. Okay, you don't need the 4K resolution to play arcade games for sure. But will you need the more powerful processor in the 4K machine to have Killer Instinct run flawlessly? Is there a performance difference? Now the conversation begins to change. So possibly, maybe, I don't know. I think it's enough. I'll say this, though. It is enough to make me want to really consider getting an ALU, because similar to the Arcade Gold, they're doing something, right? They're doing something. Obviously, this is not, it's one thing to announce a more powerful platform or, cabinet. That's great. It's another thing to also come in with a AAA title. Like, oh, okay, so this is more than just we're putting more horsepower in here. We're going to do something with it. Interesting. Yeah, Carl, that you're talking about all the add-ons, the things are going to be included with the 4K. You're going to get the bit LCD also, which is an add-on that people have had to do in the past. So it's not a terrible idea. It's not. I don't think it's going to be. I don't know that it'll be a bad bargain. Of course, we haven't seen the price. I have no idea what the hell this thing's going to cost. So $1,200, $1,300, $1,400. I don't know. So I think that it moves the needle for me. If it's not really, if it doesn't require the 4K, I don't know that I'll get the 4K. I might just pick up an ALU and then just build it up from there, because I'm sure by the time the 4K comes out, the original is going to be pretty damn cheap to get. So it doesn't really move the needle for me on the ALU side, but I was already kind of bought. I was already going to buy into the 4K ALP. That was a decision I already made before this. So I think overall, I guess if I had to vote in this poll, I would not be a no, it doesn't matter to me. I think I would probably be a yes, but I'm gonna wait for a sale. But depending on what they say, what the real advantages are to this 4K product, I just might have to take the plunge. Arcade Coexistence. Now that's something I think at this point, this is a conversation we need to have. This is something we have to have. There's been a big divide. There's been the introduction of the 3/4 scale market, and there's been the rejection of that market by the arcade purists. And I think it's justified. Listen, it makes sense. There is a vast difference between the Arcade1up and a real arcade. Anybody that has it is aware of that. They know it. And we've all known it for forever. Ever since these things came out, there was never a direct comparison. And if you were trying to make a direct comparison, come on, you're kind of fooling yourself. There's just no way. There's just no way you can compare the two. And there's been a little bit of infighting and snipping, and it's listen, if you've lived life, this happens in everything, no matter what you're doing. I mean, be the guy that owns a V6 Mustang and you know exactly what I'm talking about. I mean, or a V6 Camaro, or I think the new Camaro has a Turbo 4. Be that guy and then pull up to the guy with the V8, or the guy, heaven forbid, you find somebody that's got a ZL1 Camaro, and the conversation is going to be that, right? That's a toy. You're goofing around. That ain't a real Mustang. That ain't a real Camaro. What are you doing? That's just silly. That conversation's been going on forever. You see somebody that's got one single tailpipe sticking out the back, you're making fun of them because it's not a real Mustang or whatever. It's not a V8. Same thing can be said about the arcades. But now we're at the point now of market saturation. We've got so much of these things out there. We've got so many of these things that have been modded and changed and this and that, it's a conversation we need to have, I think, because these things have made their way into everybody's homes. And I think we're at the point now where the supply of the 3/4 stuff is beginning to slow down, and people like me are getting back into the real stuff, because we know now that no one is going to be able to recreate some of those experiences. They're just not going to be able to do it. Some of us are going to be fine. I'll give you an example. I'm fine with my T2 cabinet. I'm fine with it. I know it's not perfect. I know it's not 100% arcade accurate. I know that. I acknowledge that. I'm not trying to say that it is, but I'm trying to say that it's good enough for me. It may not be good enough for you, but it's good enough for me. Versus going and getting a real machine, I'm fine with what I got. I'm fine with it. It's good. It's good. It's no problem. I'll take the concessions. I'll take the things that they had to do, the compromises that were made with that machine. I'll take that over owning a new machine, acknowledging that it's not 100% the same, but knowing that it's good enough for me. It scratches the itch. Now, if you're a T2 diehard and you got to have the original arcade cabinet, well, then go for it. That's what you should do. But for me, that cabinet is fine. But now we have a conundrum, right? If you've acknowledged that Arcade1up is not going to do what you want them to do, then I'm going to go after the licenses you want them to go after, which they're not. They're not going to scratch my itches. They're just not going to. They're not going to even go after the games I want to see them go after. You know, I mean, if they haven't done Alien versus Predator at this point, which is a CPS2 game that they've been emulating, or they've been doing those cabinets since Gen 2. Well, I guess technically Gen 3. It's not going to happen. You know, but then the games, the stuff like Cruising USA that are just locked up in limbo. The fact that we get Blitz, but it's not exactly Blitz. You know, they have to make these concessions, they have to make these caveats, and it's just not going to be exactly what we had in the arcades, which is fine, but it may be so far out of the realm that you don't even want to consider it. So you want to go find another arcade. So now you've got this conundrum. You're stuck. You've got this decision to make. Okay, I've got some of these 3/4 scales, but I really like these big ones too. This is the game. I had to have this game in this configuration the way I want it. What do you do? Is it possible to have these things coexist? Well, let's talk about it. I've got a variety of cabinets. I want to show this stuff to you. Don't laugh. Bear with me. We talk about coexistence. Well, here you go. When you begin to build your arcade, this is something you're going to run up against, right? Now, to be fair, most of my Arcade1ups are in this room. They're not over there yet. So let's just say preliminary lining up to kind of give us a visual of, well, what are you talking about, Fox? What do you mean Well, you can see there's an issue right here. This thing looks dramatically different, and it's fine. And if you have an all 3/4 scale arcade, it's not that off-putting, but this is obviously different, right? It's very different. Very different indeed. Are you okay with this? Is this just, I mean, what do you think? It's up to you. Now, if you just line these up and don't care and rock on, well, that's fine. And if you buy into the coexistence, well, then that's great. But you have to acknowledge that it looks very, very different, and it may throw you off. So this is something that I just put together real quick. Like I said, the basement arcade is not finished yet. This is kind of where I have stuff staged right now. There's a big difference. It is a weird, weird difference. So you could maybe change it up a little bit. But basically, if you're going to have your machine sitting next to a full-size machine, this is what you're going to get when you're talking about something. Now, remember, this is also an iArcade, which is a little bit taller than an Arcade1up. It's, even when you put the Arcade1up on those 4-inch risers like I have over here behind me, this is still a little bit taller. They're close, but it's still a little bit taller. It just can be a little bit weird. But if you look at my lineup here, and if you see, no, the diehard cabinet is not floating. I've got it on rollers. So that's why it looks like it's levitating, but it's not. But if you look at what I got going on here, I've got some different sizes stuff too. Now, this is not going to be the permanent layout, but if I was just going to line all my arcades up like that, well, maybe it's not that weird because you got an Astro City, which is a very short, squatty cabinet, and then you got some full-size American cabinets. You got Star Wars trilogy off to the side. So maybe this doesn't really, I mean, it's, you've already got something weird. The weird thing in this picture, you could say, is the Astro City. Look how small that is. So the 3/4 scale doesn't really stand out that much. But this is something you're going to have to contend with. I got another example for you. This one, the lines kind of blurred just a little bit. You've probably seen this picture before. This is the XL cabinet. Now, I've got it on 4-inch spacers because I've got my Raiden cabinet on rollers. So I had to get them at the same elevation for this comparison. Now, this picture was taken in the old arcade, the old place, and you can see that it's not quite as odd or off-putting as the 17-inch monitor equipped 3/4 scale. It's just not the same, right? So this, I think you can pull off, and it wouldn't be that off-putting. It really wouldn't be that weird. 19 inches is actually, a monitor size that they used in the arcades. So it's not that. It doesn't look that out of place. And this is why I want to push for more XL. I think a lot of people are pushing, or they want to see more XLs. I don't know that anybody is going to complain about their favorite Arcade1up being produced in an XL form factor. I just don't see it. I don't see anybody getting mad at that prospect. I don't see it at all. So that's where I'm at. I am not going to get rid of, I think, any of the things that you see behind me. I've got Turtles and Blitz in there off to the side. Arcade1up. I've got the Arcade1up you see behind me. I got two. Let's see, get this right. I got 2 XLs over here, and then everything else is 3/4. You got X-Men that I built. You got AVP right there. I'm going to keep those, but when it comes to my layout, I'm not going to put my 3/4 scale stuff next to the full size cabinets. It's just not going to look right. I'm not going to do that. What I might do is put the XLs next to the full size, but I think the 3/4 stuff is going to have its own area, its own corner, its own part of the arcade is going to have to be dedicated to 3/4. I just don't see it. It doesn't make any sense to me. I mean, to mix it up like this first picture is a little weird. Aesthetically, it kind of throws me off a little bit, but I will say this. Now, what you'll notice, I don't know if you can kind of tell, there's a pole on either side of these 4 arcades. There's a gray pole to the left and gray pole to the right. I don't have enough room for 4 full-size cabinets here, but I do have room for 3 full-size and a 3/4. So, I mean, if you're tight on space, if you're limited that way, well, then maybe that will be your one exception because, hey, what the hell else am I going to do? On the other side of this pole, maybe I could continue on with the 3/4 scale stuff and then just swap Die Hard for the IE arcade right there. And that's what I could do. So I think that what I'm going to do is have some separation because I think for me, it is a little jarring. So there'll be some kind of a barrier, some kind of a separation between full-size stuff and 3/4 scale stuff. It's just the way that it needs to be. But as we continue to move on, I don't know, as I begin to get more full-size arcades, or maybe, am I going to continue to sell up? I think that I see myself pushing towards XL, like making that the standard when it comes to the Arcade1up. And to me, that's the true 3/4 scale. If you do the math, XL is the true 3/4, without a doubt. That's just the way that it is. If you do the math, that's the true 3/4 scale. The 17-inch stuff is just a little too small, which is fine when they're all next to each other. But once you start putting them next to the real deal, the difference is obvious, and it may not bother you, but for me, my OCD, yeah, I ain't having it. Before we get into the main event, I wanted to bring up this. I wanted to bring this up at the top of the show, but I didn't do it. Let me go ahead and show you right now. Metal Gear Solid Master Collection Volume 1 is in the house. It is available at Walmart to be pre-ordered now. Arriving October 24th is what they're saying. So it's Walmart. Is that going to happen? I have no idea. You can see by the little blue number 1, by the PS5 copy that I have mine pre-ordered. So go get your pre-orders now if it's something you want. Is it going to sell out quick? I don't know. It's only available at Walmart right now. So maybe wait for Best Buy to pick it up. Maybe wait for somebody else. I don't know that I checked Amazon. I don't think it's not available on Amazon just yet. Walmart, as of right now, is the only source that is selling these. So if you want to get your pre-order in right this second, you got to have it right now. Go to Walmart and check it out. That is where I have mine. And let me just get rid of some of these slides here. We're going to talk about the final battle. No, don't do that. We've got some stuff to talk about. And let's go with, no, not that one. There we go. Bring that up. Okay, so rigged giveaway. What am I talking about? You would be forgiven if you didn't know what the hell was going on. The Arcade1up community has a little bit of a separation. There are some people that follow Arcade1up official proper, and then you have kind of everybody else who's on the outside, not really that invested, kind of looking in. So it's something that it's something, like I said, you'd be forgiven if you don't really know what's going on. We would absolutely forgive that. But there's something that doesn't really need any forgiveness, and that's a $4.99 super chat from Jerry V. What's going on, buddy? Gotta keep them separated. There's a 90s kid right there. Have my full-size cabs in one room and a 3/4 everywhere else. Go birds. Look at you. What are you doing? Well, go birds. Fine. Whatever bird you're talking about. I'm assuming you're talking about the Eagles. Thank you so much for your $5 super chat, buddy. I really do appreciate it. Despite your loyalty to the Eagles, I'll let it slide. We're all friends here. You and me. Let's go kill the queen. So you'd be forgiven if you don't know exactly what's going on. So let's back this thing up just a little bit. Yes, we're going to back that thing up. Also another 90s reference. There was a giveaway of a Blitz cabinet that happened back in February, I think. Now I say it was a giveaway. Well, it started off as a TikTok thing, and then it ended up not being a TikTok thing. So this is kind of a difficult thing to kind of go through, but just stick with me. You had this giveaway, and it was basically you the way you would enter is you would enter via TikTok, and so it was your TikTok handle, and you would register to win several items, and one of those, the big one, was the Blitz cabinet. And so this was supposed to happen on TikTok, Arcade1up's official TikTok, and it didn't. I don't really know why, but it happened on YouTube, and everything was given away, and there was a grand prize winner. And well, let's just bring it up right now. So here is the live stream. It's still up now. You can go check it out. It's 4 months ago. Arcade1up Community Challenge giveaway with UAG. Now, UAG is your average gamer. I've had people in my comments like saying, "Hey, what's a UAG? What is that?" That's a person. He's got a channel. It's UAG and Sosa. Two guys. There was a co-host was UAG and the co-host was Sosa, and they were there and they were doing the TikTok giveaway, but they were doing it on YouTube. It's kind of weird. So they spin the wheel, and the winner, the grand prize winner, was Ashley, and Ashley's right there. You can see it, ASHLY. There she is, right there, and there you go. So that was the winner. Okay, no big deal. Well, what happened? And I didn't watch this live. I heard about this later. Turns out that Ashley is actually the wife of Sosa, who was on the stream. So that's a little bit odd. And a lot of people saying, well, that's kind of off-putting. That's really not right. That's messed up. How can one of the guys hosting the show have a winner? And, listen, I've been a part of these things before. Maybe it was just an inconvenient thing. I don't know. But, is what it is. I probably would have said, hey, listen, let's give it to somebody else, but whatever. And I went on about my day. Nobody really cares. So who is UAG? What is UAG? UAG, your average gamer. Here's his channel. And this is somebody that was really being pushed, propped up by Arcade1up. He was kind of one of the, probably the community representative, if there was one. Before we had Travis, this was kind of the guy. And then after Travis came in to kind of host the one update, they still had UAG as kind of the guy or one of the guys. So one of the representatives. And you can see that over there on the right-hand side, the one-up community challenge, the Killer Instinct thing, you can see that his face is front and center. This is somebody that was definitely propped up by Arcade1up. They were promoting him heavily, pushing. You see he had about 6,300 subscribers. Is this someone that worked for Arcade1up? I don't really know. Not really sure. That stuff's been kind of gray for a long time, like some people seem to have a really close relationship to Arcade1up and some people do not. I was fortunate enough to be part of the stream that they had, the big charity stream, the Red Cross, and it was awesome. UAG was also one of those on there, and we had a good time, and people got some deals, and it was fun. Like I said, I enjoyed being a part of it. It was awesome. But things begin to separate just a little bit here, a little bit there. And eventually, different chat groups were formed, and that stuff just happens. I don't do this full time. I can't make commitments to every little thing. And so I understood that, we want to go with somebody else who wants to work a little bit more heavily with Arcade1up. So to me, it didn't really matter. It didn't really bother me. If I want something, I'm just going to go buy it. It's just kind of the way that I am when it comes to this hobby. I'm not really going to sit down and wait for a cabinet to be given to me because I don't expect that. This is still, I love the support that everybody gives me. This is still a very, very, very small channel. So I just don't expect that kind of stuff. So there was a divide there, and it's fine. And I saw the separation, and I saw others getting closer to Arcade1up, and that's cool. I mean, whatever, rock on, do your thing. None of my business. Do whatever. And so this giveaway happens, and Ashley wins. And it turns out that it's Sosa's wife, and we don't hear much else about it. That was weird, off-putting, probably not the best way to go, but whatever. I don't know these people. Fine. Then Sosa posted something on several social media channels. This was on Facebook. If you go to the original Arcade1up Facebook group, his name is in that group. I'm assuming this is his actual name. It's Facebook. It's Moses Sosa. And this is what he posted. I am not going to play the video for you. It's an audio clip. I'm not going to do that. I listened to it. It's off-putting. It's creepy, but I'm going to basically tell you what's going on. So this is what he posted. He said, and this is Sosa that said this in the community chat. I can't believe Nick Cruz, a.k.a. Your Average Gamer, rigged the NFL Blitz official Arcade1up giveaway to try and gain sexual favors from my wife, the mother of my 7 kids. What? Oh my God. What the hell is going on? Well, that's not good. What the hell does that mean? Is this some kind of a joke? And then he plays the audio, and basically UAG is talking in probably the creepiest voice I've ever heard, saying how, and this is evidently a Snapchat message he left for Sosa's wife, Ashley, and said that I'm going to tell you something, and you better not effing tell anybody, but I fixed that contest so that you could win the cabinet, so that you can pay me back or whatever. Now, if you really want to listen to the creepy message, it's on Facebook right now. Go to the original Facebook. There, I'm showing you the link right there. 5 days ago is when he put it. Well, that's creepy, to say the least. What's that about? That's weird. Well, turns out it's legit for the most part. I mean, from his point of view, so much so that he went on the Rexer show and confirmed it and talked about it and gave the background to it. God, it's messed up, man. That is really, really, really wrong, to say the least. If I need to tell you that's wrong, you're just a morally corrupt person. I don't know, you're a bankrupt person. I don't know what to do for you. So that happens. And then, of course, the piling on was immediate. I don't know if you know this. There's a lot of people that absolutely despise Arcade1up. They're insanely angry at them. They're frothing at the mouth, violently angry at a company. Now, there is a lot of stuff that has been going on in the background between people that I'm not privy to all of it. I don't really want to be privy to all of it. I just don't care. But they are absolutely insane. They want to see Arcade1up destroyed for whatever reason. I think there's a lot of personal stuff. John D likes to pop off at the mouth. He's pissed off some people. So I think this is where a lot of this comes from. So immediately, it was a lot of sympathy for Sosa. I saw that. I was happy that was some of the focus, because I think that was appropriate, because Sosa was obviously hurting enough to put it out there and to tell everybody. And so I think the appropriate response from those on the Rexer show was to be like, hey, man, we support you. But the pivot was immediate, and the pivot was let's go after the company because the company did this. The company, wait, so now the company knew about this. So automatically, red flags start going off for me. Like, is this real? Now, bear with me. I'm somebody that really doesn't have a dog in the fight, regardless of what anybody thinks. I really don't care what you think. I'm not in bed with anybody. I don't know anybody that closely. I just don't know. So at this point, I have to sort of question, like, well, is this just a bunch of people trying to go after Arcade1up? Is this legit? Did this even happen? So at this point, I really don't know what to believe. But everybody's ready to make you believe what they want you to believe. The calls for Arcade1up's head happened. Like I said, the frothing at the mouth, insanely angry people were ready with pitchforks and torches to storm the castle and completely destroy everything that is Arcade1up. Insanity. At this point, you can understand why I question if this was even legit. Did this really happen? But if you wait long enough, you'll find out. You'll get a little confirmation. Those of you that were bought in and sold on hating Arcade1up, you already have what you needed. You're ready to just go to town. We're going to kill everybody. We're going to burn it down. That's all you needed. All you needed was a little push. I needed a little bit more. And I got that confirmation. So we had a couple guys make some videos that are close to UAG. Moat, Mike of all trades. I know him, met him personally. Fan of his stuff, like him. OTG, I really don't know that well. He came out hard as a drama channel, and then he backed off a little bit. He said, you know what? It's not quite exactly what I thought it was. And then listen, I give him props for that. But I don't really follow him. Just nothing personal. I'm just not into drama. And they both confirmed it. Absolutely 100%. There was not any, man, this is messed up. This is lying. Sosa's this, Sosa's that. No, 100% confirmation. Knew it was going on for a while. And said, yeah, it's real. Mike of all trades did the video and talked about some stuff. I'm not going to put words in anybody's mouth. If you want to see what's going on from Moat's point of view, check out his video. There's the video name right there. Y'all wanted a video? Go check it out. Hear it from the man himself. OTG has left this channel. He actually renamed it Dead Channel. He's done. He's done with this little community. I don't know. I can't say I blame him. It's a lot of stuff going on, but this pushed him over the edge and he's done. So they're not going against what we heard at all. This is confirmation. If you needed it, there it is, for sure. So then at this point, I'm thinking, okay, well, this is real. This actually happened. This isn't just some weird conspiracy to take down Arcade1up. As weird as that is, and it's odd that I even thought that. But you can see some of these people that are dedicated their lives, their social media lives, to taking down the company. You can understand. So now the question for you becomes, okay, this thing happened. UAG, let me just bring this now. Let's make sure I just bring this guys up. Let me make sure that you know who I'm talking about. UAG is a shady dude, to say the least. Now, UAG to me was famous for buying subs. Now, what I mean by that is when you have a run of, I don't know, 3 or 4 days and you're getting 100 subs, but you're pulling down maybe 200 views. I think there's something suspect there. There's something really odd. One thing I noticed about the stream that we did, the charity stream, the Red Cross stream, is that I picked up 300 subs that day because of all the eyes that were on all of our channels. There were 1,000 people watching our live streams. I've never had that before, and I still have not had anything close to that. That was a hell of a day, and that explained why I got 300 subs in a day. I'm like, man, that's freaking awesome, cool. UAG got 1,000 that day. Well, that seems a little weird, but I thought, you know what? In my head, I was thinking, he's a smaller channel. Makes some sense. Maybe, a lot of the people already saw me and they didn't see him. So maybe that's why he got 1,000 subs in a day. But then his trend continued on, but the view count didn't match in any way, shape, or form. But even then, I'm not going to call the guy out because I don't know. I don't have any facts. I don't know. Well, now I know what kind of person he is. He's a shady, slimy slug that will do this to a friend. Not only that, these two guys that didn't say what he said, that didn't do what he did, made videos about it. And they're not even the ones directly responsible. He continues to hide like a slug, like a coward, and that's the way that it should be. He should stay away and maybe just find something else to do. I hope he's doing the best that he can to mend the mistakes that he has made with his friend. I hope like hell he's working as hard as he possibly can and spending some time in prayer to figure out what he can do to help fix what he screwed up. Because in the military, when I was a sergeant, when it came to motivating my soldiers, I really didn't care what they were willing to die for. You're no use to me if you're dead. I wanted to know what you would kill for. That's what I wanted to know. And you know what that is? You want to know what that is? It usually comes down to 3 things. Their God, their kids, and their wife. Sometimes their car, which was weird. There's something they really like their car. But usually it was those top 3, right? And if they didn't have a wife or kids, then it was family. That's a line you never, ever should cross, dude. And to do that to a friend is the lowest of low. It makes you the lowest of the low. So go forth and do everything you possibly can to try to fix that. Now let's switch gears. Now let's talk about Arcade1up's involvement. Arcade1up was obviously they are involved. Their official representative, I've been told by multiple people in chats, they did this, so therefore they are culpable. They are accountable. They are guilty. Let's brand them the traitors and march them through the streets naked. Okay. What's talking right there? Are you being rational right now? Or is it just because you're so ready to destroy this company that you're willing to just use anything at your disposal, anything to get after this company? All right, so let's look at the facts. Let's look at what really, really happened. You need to know that they didn't do this stuff on their channel. To find this live stream, you got to go to UAG's channel. So it was not done on UAG. It wasn't done on any official Arcade1up platform. Was that by design? I don't know that. I can't answer that question. Is that because they wanted to do something off the books and keep it off the books and be shady and get away with this, and they knew full well what was going on? Maybe, but we can't prove that. And there's no way you're going to hold, there's no way you can blame them when none of this appears to be sanctioned by them. I don't mean the giveaway, I mean the rigging portion. How can I say that with any kind of definitive? How can I make that definitive statement? Who the hell am I to say that? Well, I'm also one of the guys that has been involved in some of these giveaways. If you'll remember, on this channel, back in this week's 68, man, that was a long time ago. This week's 68, at the end of the show, I had John D on, and we gave away a cabinet. We gave away a Yoga Flame cabinet. And here's my experience doing a giveaway. Once again, on my channel, they're giving the cabinet away. It's shipping from them. I don't have the cabinet, but it's them giving it away. And they needed a name, and this is how they came up with the name. Now, this is my experience. I don't know if this is what happened with, I don't know if this is what happened with them, but I'm telling you what I know and what I've experienced and how it went down for me. John D says, listen, we got Twitter people. This is the hashtag. This is what they use. We got to compile this list. Let you and I go over it. So in DMs, he and I would go back and forth, and we whittle it down to a top 5. So we whittled it down. We got a top 5. Okay, great. We got a top 5. Okay, we got the top 5. This is for the show. Okay, sounds good. Do you agree? Yeah, I like this. Okay, good. This is our top 5. Move on. So we move on to the show. The show happens, and I could have done this any way I wanted. Arcade1up did not say, now, all right, Fox, you will abide by the guidelines of the blah, blah, blah. Here you go. They didn't give me any guidelines. They're like, listen, we want to give it away. We gave away cabinets on these channels. We want to give away one on your channel. You do it. Whatever. I don't care. What I've been told by John D, and maybe it's a total fabrication, but I'm just telling you what I've been told, is that he advocates for cabs to give away. Arcade1up says, here's a number. Whatever. You can have this many cabs. Whatever. Here you go. Give them away. It's up to him to decide like where they go. So he reaches out to YouTube creators and says, hey, help me give these away. Now, the way that I did it was a little bit different. Like I said, he and I came up with 5. We picked our top 5 that we wanted to have compete. I brought the top 5 to the show, and I realized foolishly that my poll generator that YouTube uses only accommodates 4. So we had to do a live, we had to kick one out of the top 5 right then and there. So I made John D pick one of the 5 and get rid of them. And he did. So he picked, he got rid of the 1. So it came. So I have my top 4. We have our top 4 contestants. And we put that in a live poll. And everybody that was in that live stream voted. We had 240 people voted, and they picked the winner. And with 43%, it was managed chaos. A young man named Chris who has some physical disabilities, and he made a great little parody video. I don't know if you remember when John D was like, it was live and somebody was trying to give him a hug and he was like, oh, sorry, COVID. The kid made fun of him for that. And it was hilarious. And there were people in the chat that were competing with this kid. And they're like, man, so glad you won. Awesome. Awesome. They were so happy that he won. And it was a great time. But if I would have had an ulterior motive, if I would have wanted to lean it this way or that way, I probably could have. I probably could have. I could have definitely done something a little bit slimy, a little bit sneaky if I wanted to. But I didn't. That wasn't my goal. I wasn't trying to get after somebody's wife, I guess is my point at the time. So what is Arcade1up really guilty of? Well, right off the bat, they're guilty of not having any standards for the people that give their stuff away, period. They were just hoping I was going to do the right thing. They were just hoping that others in this community were just going to do the right thing on their channels by giving something away. They left it up to us. And when you do that, it's there's a little bit of a hands off, right? Hey, listen, these were basically contractors. And this is the way you can look at it. You can look at Nick Cruz, UAG. You can look at him as just a contractor. And maybe that's the way it is. Now, if he's on the books, if he's paid by them, if you can find a pay stub, congratulations. But listen, we're taking something very, very serious, a huge infraction, a bad thing, and trying to put that on Arcade1up. And what if Arcade1up was a person? Arcade1up is made up of people. To put that on them is shady. That's wrong. Now, to say that they are somewhat responsible because they let this person just give away a cabinet. Okay, I can see that. They are definitely guilty of that for sure. They didn't have much of a standard with me. They didn't have a structure with me. I'm assuming they didn't have much of a standard with UAG. They just let him do whatever the hell he wanted to. They said, yeah, hey, listen, whatever, you do what you want to do. But because they did it on his show, I mean, his channel, I don't know how you can point the finger at them. You know, I really don't see it. And I don't know that you need to. Listen, if you want to go after Arcade1up, watch this channel, and I'll tell you everything that you can, everything you need to go after them. Look at what they're producing. Look at the products they're making. I just ripped their Fast and Furious cabinet up and down. Bought 2 and sold them both within I think 2 weeks. And I gave them every chance I could. I bought the product and put it through its paces, and it just didn't hold up, and it was crap. I mean, take that back. It wasn't arcade accurate in any way, shape, or form. It was no good arcade representation, in my opinion. So I didn't want it. They're not bringing anything new to the table. There's a lot of problems going on with Arcade1up right now. If you wanted that company to fail, don't worry. They're doing it. They're doing a pretty good job themselves. To try to connect that, I mean, listen, you're going to have to try harder, I guess. And maybe what you should do is slow down a little bit and think about this, guys. Do you really want to do this? Do you really want to be that person that is so frothing at the mouth, insanely angry that it's eating you up inside to the point where you're going to try to put this on them? Oversight, legit criticism. You just let these random YouTubers give the stuff away, and it didn't matter how they did it. That's a legit, absolute 100% criticism. Nail them. Got it. But this other stuff, this is, saying that they've somehow conspired to rig that. You're reaching way too much. And I think that it's poisoning your soul, guys, girls, people that are involved in this stuff. They're making plenty of mistakes. You don't have to invent reasons to not like them. You don't have to invent things that they're doing wrong. They're doing plenty of stuff wrong. Focus on that. I just don't think that it's healthy for people to be doing this, to try to draw these connections. Just doesn't make any sense, especially when they're not even there. My recommendation to Arcade1up would be to go with people that actually have some skin in the game. I have a little over 7,000 subscribers. This isn't even my part-time job. I do this totally for fun. I kick back, I have fun. And this is what I do. And I talk about it whenever the hell I want to. And I say whatever I want. And nobody's going to tell me what to do. Maybe you should go after somebody that has a big channel. Maybe they do this full time and their channel means a great deal to them. I think that's why they have some success, with Travis. I mean, he's a professional YouTuber, I believe. I mean, that's his full-time job. I mean, dude's got over 100,000 subscribers. He's a little more serious than goofballs like me. So maybe partner with larger YouTubers if you're going to do it at all. But I think if we've learned anything from the past few days that, actions speak louder than words. And who the hell has been talking about AtGames recently in any capacity? Well, really nobody. I mean, they announced 4K stuff, but when they said they said KI, I mean, wait, what? They're doing something. They're making moves. Maybe you should not partner with YouTubers at all. Maybe you should just stop doing that altogether. Make your little shorts, make your little TikTok posts or whatever, but limit it to that and focus on bringing us better products. Focus on a better experience. Maybe a little less collaborations with brands that don't have any, relevance to your consumer base. Maybe do that. But I think that it's probably just a bad idea to go with little guys like us who really don't know what we're doing. We really don't. At the end of the day, it doesn't mean it's not that important to us. This is not my bread and butter. I'm not going to die by this channel. Others will. And maybe those are the people that you need to be partnering with. But at the very least, you have got to maintain control. If you want to do a giveaway, I think you need to do it yourself and control the process. And for those of you that are trying to directly tie this, listen, I'm not telling you don't do it. If it's out there, if the truth is out there, find it. I'm just telling you at this point, you ain't found it. So don't quit. Just keep digging. All right, before we wrap it up, I got a few super chats out there that I have neglected to acknowledge because I was ranting. I was on a soapbox. It was a sermon, and it was bad. And I apologize. $5 super chat from Video Game Vegas saying, Fox, you nailed it. It is good for me. What I have is for me. I accept people for loving theirs, sharing with, or not forcing things. Exactly. There you go. Thank you so much for your super chat, buddy. Really appreciate it. Here, this one. No, this one. Oh, there you go. Rights Retrocade coming in there with the $2.79 Canadian dollars is so much better than American dollars. At least that's what I'm going to say right now. I don't even know. I think they're more, less. I don't know. Hashtag receipts. Thank you so much for the super chat, buddy. Really do appreciate it, man. And here you go.
Perfect! Hyper combo KO! Game's over. Time to call it quits.
All right. I want to make sure I got all the super chats, but there's something else we got to do, guys. I got to keep scrolling. I got to keep scrolling down. A lot of conversation, and the conversation is great, guys. Keep it going. As long as you keep it respectful, I don't care what you say. Just don't go after anybody, but speak your mind. Everybody needs to speak their mind. Absolutely. Speak your piece. Like Kevin did with a $2 super chat. Do the Right Thing is a good Spike Lee movie. Thank you so much for the super chat and another 90s reference. Here you go.
Finish him. Sub-Zero wins. Flawless victory.
Fatality. That had to hurt. Do we have another one? Do we have anybody else? We have AtGames Canadians. Hey, how's it going? We will partner with Arcade1up for a cabinet giveaway. Yes. That's the crossover. Marvel versus Capcom? No. Arcade1up versus AtGames Canadians? AtGames Canadians. So not, okay. I thought it was Canadians. I apologize. I'm sorry. Didn't mean to shame you by your location. And one person that I will never shame is Homer 1075 1075 $5 super chat. Thank you so much for your super chat. Fox, love and hate your channel. That's okay. I just purchased my third cabinet. Well, I never said I was a good influence, but I guess I am an influence. Very dramatic finish indeed. You're gonna have to watch the replay. There was a few things said. I don't even know if any of it was intelligible, but there were a few things said. And you know what else is going to be said? This right here, this comment, because it's super chatted by Huge Success Guild 499. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Sorry, I'm late, Fox. Don't forget your mission to finish that bottle. Unfortunately, I have to work tonight or tomorrow. I've already had too much. I don't even know if it's night or day. So I can't do. Sorry. Maybe another stream. Maybe we'll do it Monday night. Maybe tomorrow night we'll have a stream and I'll finish the bottle. And you can all laugh at me. No, I don't think I want that documented at all. Thank you so much for the super chat, buddy. Really do appreciate it. Is there anything I haven't played yet? I think I haven't played this one right here.
Finish him. Scrap wins. Flawless victory. Fatality.
All right, all the comments have been read. And the glass is empty.
What the hell?
Yo, the sign is real simple, B. It says wrap it up.
Okay, it is that time once again to go ahead and wrap this thing up. Before we do, we got to talk about the poll. The poll question this week was simply this: 227 votes. Thank you so much for voting in the poll, guys. And girls, I really do appreciate it. The question was simply this: does the addition of rare games make you more interested in AtGames? Okay, so you had three options. One was yes, day one 4K you buy. The second option was yes, but I'll wait for a sale. And then the third option was it makes no difference to me. That's not necessarily a negative or a positive. It's just, it is what it is, right? And let's go ahead and end the poll right now. 227 votes. End it right now. And with 42%, well, let's go ahead and talk about the least. The bottom, yes, day one 4K. Only 16% of you said you're going to do that. 41% of you said yes, but I'm going to wait for a sale. And that was 41% said, yes, I'm going to wait for a sale. And a whopping 42%, just barely edging out. The other one was makes no difference to me. So I don't know if that's necessarily a big negative for AtGames, but I think it's, listen, if you look at the 41% plus the 16%, that's made a big impression. That's made a big difference for some people. And with 227 votes, those people are not completely insignificant. Anyway, thank you so much for stopping by and checking out the channel. Everybody, y'all have a blessed day. Enjoy what's left of your 4th of July weekend. And I will see all of you back here next time. Peace.